Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to another 10 at 10 video, guys. Today is for July 31st of 2025. I'm Matt, that's my brother Tim. We make up MrMaple.com. We've got a great lineup for you today.
Guys, we list these trees at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our website, so get ready. We got some cool trees hitting the website. Guys, I'm pretty excited. Starting off today, we've got Easter Pomatum Rusen Shidari. This is a tree that was at a temple in Japan. One of our friends, Yutaka Tanaka, went and asked permission. They told him no. Well, he got some cuttings, and then a tsunami came and wiped out the original tree. And then he took back a huge 15-gallon and said, this is the importance of sharing. Pretty cool. This is a heavily pendulous weeping cascading selection with this larger leaf.
Now, this is one of my all-time favorite weeping forms, guys. This is really cool. I think it's super underrated. This tree has a leaf like Osakazuki or Hogyoku, but in an extremely pendulous form. Very rare. We're the first ones with this in the United States. Absolutely love this. Now, this one also accompanies Hogyoku and Osakazuki in another way. This goes to one of the most brilliant yellow colors in the fall. I feel like this may be one of the first Ryusei style maples that's not in that Nakakomoto weeping legacy. So it's not in that lineage of trees. This one grows very well. Stake it up, let it weep down from there. I tend to stake it up to about 5 to 6 feet tall. Kind of arches out and pendulously droops over, much like you're familiar with Ryusen. I absolutely love the structure, but those big leaves set this one apart from the rest of the group. Makes it something super special. It's kind of on its own category over here for sure, and that fall color is second to none for yellow.
And the leaf is actually that larger leaf, and that yellow fall color means that you can actually turn this into momiji tempura, fried maple leaves. You've probably seen those videos online of the fried maple leaves. If you haven't, go check them out. Something cool, being able to do that with a tree you could grow in a container on your patio or deck.
Love this one, super sun tolerant, gonna be cold hardy down to zone 4. I've seen this with great success. I would compare its durability to that of Osakazuki as well. So a lot of you sing the praises of Osakazuki in colder climates and sunnier spots. You're gonna get a similar response with Rusen Shidari. Great lush green foliage, going to that golden yellow in the fall. Guys, I find this one to be just super choice. I absolutely love it. It's one I'm upping the production on to astronomical numbers. As many as I can get of this, I want it. I absolutely love this tree. Grab one for your garden today.
From one weeping tree at a temple to another one. Guys, next up, we've got Pomatum Chika.
All right, so we went from a large leaf to a small leaf here. This one was found by our friends, the Kojimas in Japan. Absolutely an amazing plant. Really cool. Has his wife's nickname on there. This was from her hometown. There was a temple there in her hometown with this tree at it. Guys, I love this one. Very small foliage. So in that Ryusei style vein, foliage a little bit smaller, bark can get a little greener. So you get a little bit more of that green bark going on this one. Great weeping form. A little bit more of an orangey color on this one too, so it complements the Ryusen, especially in the fall, a good bit.
Yeah, you get more of those yellows to oranges rather than the oranges to reds that you may get on Ryusen. I mean, this has a nice cascading arching out shape, and it's very different than, Ryusen in its shape, but also it's just that fall color really makes this one stand out.
I've often noticed this one going into winter having a very striking lime green bark too, so the bark can get some really nice green shades to it. I tend to stake this one up to about 5 to 6 feet tall, let it weep down from there. Another rare piece from Japan you'll only find here at Mr. Maple first. All right, guys, next up we got white peaches. Now, every week we have to get a larger hat in the thumbnail. Larger and larger. I'm going to get like the Doug McDougal, and then I'm going to get like the full sombrero that goes the full length.
All right, guys, next up, white peaches. White peaches is that reticulated Japanese maple. It's a sport that was found and introduced into the trade. Talon Buchholz is one of the people that introduced it into the trade itself. It's got that nice purple board in the early spring and some good reticulation. Yeah, this one is fairly sun tolerant for as wide as it gets too. It's kind of surprising how well this one does in some sunlight. Typically in that 8-foot range in 10 years. Going to be hardy down to zone 5. Surprisingly, pretty well in zone 8 in sun. I've seen this one doing pretty well in some sunlight. Really a showy piece, and a fun one to be growing in your garden. More of a goldeny yellow in the fall color as well, so we got a theme going on here for the fall colors today. Really a nice reticulated piece though. This one works great to brighten up a shadier spot too, so doesn't require a ton of shade, but if you have a shady spot, you can really get some nice cream and green colors in a shady spot with this one. Now it does have a semi-pendulous habit, so the branches are upwards, but then they sort of cascade slightly. Gives you a really nice soft feel out there. Good reticulation on these even right now late in the season. Many times many of the reticulated styles may not look as good during the summer, but I still see some really nice cream and some good veining in these. here in late July, almost August.
Good looking trees, good sizes, coming out of our Buckholz farm, guys. Some really nice looking 1 gallons. You can make this part of your collection today. I love pairing this one with a Magi Shiguri. There are a lot of great trees to pair with it. Grab you a white peaches today. How have you not yellow danced yet? It's like the all yellow 10 at 10. We've got yellow threads, guys. One of my favorite Buckholz introductions. They're all my favorites, you know that, I keep saying that, but I love this one. This is a Linear Lobulum Japanese maple with a little something extra going on. So you get that yellow vibrant color, especially in the early spring. I do recommend giving this one at least some morning sun to kind of pick up that color. Kind of gives a little bit more highlighter hue to it in the early spring. We have a full cultivar breakdown. You have to check it out where we go look at a gorgeous specimen of this in the garden, and it is absolutely glowing. You're going to love yellow threads, especially if you like that bamboo-like aesthetic in your garden.
Yellow threads is a shorter Linear Lobulum. We think about Linear Lobulums, you may be thinking about something like Hub's Road, Willow, Beniotaki that just grows tall and narrow fast. What this does is it's shorter with a V shape. So we're talking 6 to 8 foot in 10 years. A shape, something very akin to something like Villa Toronto, but with that yellow-green color. That sunlight, I think, is imperative to really pick this up. You're going to get more of that green color and deep, deep shade. With a little more sunlight, you get more of that yellow that makes this tree have the name Yellow Threads. And with that bamboo aesthetic, those thread-like leaves, this is something that gives a unique texture in the garden.
Yeah, I love this one, guys. You've heard me say it a million times, but Linear Lobulums, I think they're the ultimate Asian gardening plant. You get the aesthetic of bamboo, you get all the beauty of a Japanese maple, you get that ever-changing contrast of Japanese maples in the landscape. You get that bamboo whimsical texture. So you get something, you know, kind of ethereal going on there in the garden. You get that otherworldly quality of that bamboo quality. Really gives it something special. I love this plant. I think it's a really unique one. It's one of my all-time favorite of the Linear Lobulums. I mean, it really stands out from the pack. Now, it does pair extremely well with Villa Toronto and Punkil. You can kind of make your own pairings with this. Absolutely love this plant, though. It looks great in the container or in the ground. Really is a nice contrasting piece, though, for texture in the landscape.
Next up, y'all, we've got Acer Burgerianum Angio Weeping, a selection from the Angio district, which was one of the nursery districts there in Japan. And this one here has a nice weeping pendulous habit. I've seen this tree staked up and then just sort of had this semi-pendulous habit as it grows and then just weeping down from those branches as it gets taller.
This must be our most Japanese weeping episode of all time. We have all the weeping largely forms from Japan, not all of them, but a lot of them on one today. Don Shadow was really instrumental in getting this plant back to the U.S. He had looked for years for a weeping form of trident maple in Japan, and he was so excited to finally get his hands on this one. Really a cool plant. Has more of a reddish fall color. I tend to stake up a central leader with this one, kind of let it pendulously weep off that. Tends to form more of a weeping cherry style shape over time.
And weeping cherry style shape, but good red fall color. You got a tree that's durable, looks great in the fall. Cherries typically don't look great in the fall. They typically
They don't look great in the summer. They don't.
Yeah,
they look good when they're blooming.
And then this thing's going to be vigorous and give you that same shape that everybody loves with the weeping cherries and good red fall color on a durable trident maple. This is going to be a beautiful, easy tree to grow in your garden, and it just adds that really nice aesthetic with that pendulous habit.
There were some massive specimens of these in full sun in Nacogdoches, looking amazing when we were down at Stephen F. Austin. Let's go check out those videos if you hadn't already. We were doing some walk-arounds of the Ruby Mize Azalea Garden, and really just absolutely glowing these large Angio Weepings. Really a fun plant, durable down it, even in East Texas, looking amazing in full sun. Really can't say enough great things about its durability. It would be a cool bonsai if you want to make a really different style trident maple bonsai. These are grafted. They do great in the landscape, but really a fun one for that unique structure that it brings to that trident maple form. Guys, check out these massive beasts right here.
This is Acer Pomatum Chiri Heime. This has a Makawa-like structure, but a leaf almost like a Cynthia's crown jewel. Tightly layering, some really nice 2 gallons we've got now of Chiri Heime. I mean, I love this. It's one of those trees in that Makawa family that I don't think we've really offered much on Mr. Maple since we've built the new Mr. Maple website. Back from the pink days to our solid Shopify days now, this one here hadn't hit the website. It's a pretty cool little dwarf Japanese maple I think you'll enjoy.
Yeah, these are massive size 2 gallons, guys. Great sizes, very unique dwarf. A lot of color on this one, very unique structure. Tim kind of, alludes to it being in that Makawa family. It does have that tight internoting, so it definitely keeps a more compact, dense form. Reminds me a little bit of what I like about Kurohime as well. So it's kind of in between those two styles a little bit. You get that more serrated leaf to it. Really a great plant, a dwarf one you don't see often. And guys, large stake 2 gallons.
This isn't one you see often in the nursery trade. Here's your chance to grab an amazing 2 gallon, put out there in that Makawa garden, let this thing fill out and be a beautiful tree you can enjoy. Guys, I think we've got a gorgeous one at my parents' gardens and Maplewood Gardens, and we really just hadn't got this in production enough. Super excited to be able to offer these 2 gallons today. Guys, next up we got some 2 gallons of Acupatum Catsura.
Again, excellent sizes. These are big 2 gallons, very filled out, very nice. If you're looking for a Catsura, it's a great time to pick one up. This one is a spring display. It's always that beacon of spring. It's always that first one to let you know spring is on the way. Just watch the Fantastic Four. The Silver Surfer's the herald of Galactus. The Catsura is the herald of spring.
In the springtime, you get some amazing orange-red border on this with a yellow-green leaf on the interior part of the leaf. Overall, it'll look like an orange in the early springtime frame. And then right after that, you get a yellow-green out there in the spring that is amazing. Again, another yellow you're talking about. And this thing's heat tolerant, is durable. And even though it's one of the first trees that leaves out in the spring, it's fairly frost resistant during that time frame.
Tim Nichols, are you the protector of your planet?
Y'all, Catsura, a beautiful tree.
Toga, toga, toga. Got to channel my inner Belushi from Animal House. We're bringing back Saratoga.
Ginkgo biloba Saratoga truly has that maidenhair leaf. It's one of the few ginkgos that has that maidenhair leaf that looks like a maidenhair fern or something like that. I mean, this thing is beautiful, it's vigorous, it's heat tolerant, and it has some good yellow fall color.
That's right. We took you from a Fantastic Four reference back to Animal House, all in 2 minutes. Guys, this one is amazing. Go check out our highlight we did on this one in the Cox Arboretum. Miss and Tom, great plant there at the Tom Cox Arboretum. We went and shot with it. You can see a really beautiful large specimen in fall color. This one is next level. It has that more thin leaf. Like Tim was saying, we like to describe that more as almost a maiden hairstyle foliage. Beautiful, heat tolerant, upright male ginkgo. You don't get any seeds on this one. Some beautiful size 2 gallons too. So, I mean, if you're looking to have a Saratoga party in your garden, this one might not cover you, but it's a good size plant.
Ginkgos are heat tolerant, salt tolerant, pollution tolerant, drought tolerant. Give them some lime. Lime allows them to take up water and nutrients more efficiently. It sort of fixes the pH of the soil to make this tree really happy in your yard. It's not a fertilizer, but it helps this tree take up the fertilizers too. This is going to be an easy tree to grow. Some brilliant yellow fall color to put out there in your Japanese maple garden. Y'all, selection by the Saratoga Research Station in California. And it truly is a ginkgo that there's barely any other selections that have a leaf similar to this one.
It's a party in the garden. Plant your Saratoga, then throw yourself a toga party.
Y'all, next up, we've got some 3 gallons of Olssons Frosted Strawberry. And as you can see with these shapes, it has a semi-pendulous shape out there, and it will fill on out and just get this really unique, just semi-pendulous habit. But the colors in the springtime are what this tree are known for.
Great shape to these guys. They kind of spread out a little bit. They don't make it upright in the same traditional way. You kind of get a lot of spreading on these. Some high breaks, which is pretty cool, but you get a very unique shape with Olssons Frosted Strawberry. Absolutely next level spring color as well. Some awesome sizes. Like I've been showing the size on all these 3 gallons. They're already a great size. I would actually recommend staking these and then kind of letting them put on all that crazy, funky, wonky growth from there. Absolutely love what this one does. Very unique in the landscape. Really kind of fills out its own, makes a very unsymmetrical shape, which I think is awesome in Japanese maples. A lot of times in America, we kind of want everything to be cookie cutter in the same shape. Olssons Frosted Strawberry is one that's going to kind of want to do its own thing. No two should look exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, you take this, you put this over near, a rock and just have this sort of semi-pendulous growth coming across in different directions, and you add that shape that's going to give you unique texture in the garden to the spring colors, where you get just some amazing pink colors, some pink reds out there, and some lime green veins in the leaf where it has that frosting appearance. This is a next level selection. We grew one for a while here in full sun in Western North Carolina. I was impressed by it. Normally I thought this would be one that you'd need to give some protection from the hot afternoon sun. The key thing with Olssons Frosted Strawberry, good drainage. That's imperative with a slow-growing weeping reticulated selection like this. Guys, next up, we've got the Purple Smoke, Benny Sheehan.
Want all the smoke today, guys. Benny Sheehan brings it. Love this cut tree. Purple Smoke's a fun name for this one. It kind of has another one of those ethereal-like qualities. Like this one, I've said it before, but this tree looks like Jimi Hendrix music sounds to me. I love the funkiness of it. Absolutely crazy. It's got that swirl and it's got that yellow. It's one of the more interesting variegated maples. from Harold Johnson, very heat tolerant tree from down in Alabama. Absolutely next level, great size, 2 gallons as well. I mean, these 2 gallons, they're beefy.
Yeah, it's heat tolerant. It was found by Harold Johnson, as the story goes, as, you know, they were selling like blood good like seedlings that were red uprights. He went through there and found one that had a sport growing on it, which became Benny Sheehan. Pretty cool how that started out. This is heat tolerant, it's beautiful. And guys, instead of your typical reds, you often get yellows to oranges in the fall on Benny Sheehan, giving it a very dynamically different color with a unique, almost like Kamagata-like leaf.
Cool story, Tim. We actually got that one from Donnie Tomlin, who's an old blues player down in Alabama. We went and visited him. Same gentleman who introduced Judith Ann. He was an apprentice for Harold. Told us a lot about Harold's backstory on this one. Guys, I absolutely love the tree. It is so next level. Pretty good fall colors, too. You can get some pretty funky yellows to oranges and reds all infused at the same time on this one in the fall.
Pair this out there with something like anirene. You're going to have similar funky leaves out there with sporting-like variegation.
That's a great pairing.
But you get the dark red on Benny Sheehan, and you get the yellow on anirene. This one here will make a really nice upright tree, typically reaching about 8 to 10 foot in height and 8 to 10 foot in width in 10 years. It's fairly vigorous, easy tree to grow in your garden. That's just going to give you something funky and different than your traditional upright.
Guys, I love it. Now we have an upcoming open house that's going to be Labor Day, guys. It's going to be Monday, September 1st. We're going to be here from 8 to 4. We're going to have some amazing looking Japanese maples here for you to check out. We do have a food truck already, heavy cutoff at 4. Some absolutely next level stuff. You're going to want to be here Labor Day at Mr. Maple.
Yeah, I mean, our open houses are a fun time for us to open up the doors, let everyone who loves Japanese maples come in and shop our greenhouses, where each greenhouse could have 6,000 to 7,000 different Japanese maples in there. Lots of varieties, almost 100 plus varieties in every greenhouse. It's a fun time to go around and talk trees and see some cool Japanese maples in that September time frame. Guys, if you're coming and you want to shoot a top 5 with us, let us know. We'd love to shoot a top 5 with you. Start preparing your top 5 list if you're coming. Guys, it's always a blast.
We look forward to seeing you Labor Day. Tim's promised that every single person wearing yellow, he'll do a yellow dance for. So yellow hat, yellow shirt, yellow on your shoes, yellow on your bracelet. Just let him know. He'll break out a yellow dance for you. That's on Labor Day. Guys, thanks for watching our 10 at 10 today. There's another 10 in that email, so make sure to sign up for the email. There's actually 20 trees dropping today at 10 a.m. You're definitely going to want to check that out.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.